Hello, everybody. Tyler Ellison here, and I'm starting my day. I did a bunch of awesome things, awesome stuff this morning. I meditated, did yoga, breathing exercises, and just ate lunch. So it's been an awesome Good Friday. Hope you guys are having a good one too. So what I felt inspired to make today was something that is definitely like I've been using every day in my life, and it's served me like beyond well. I wouldn't do it every day if it didn't have like good benefits to it. And what I'm talking about is actually this drink right here. I hold it closer to the camera. It may have a greenish tint to it. I'll explain why later. But this drink is designed, one, to give a person prolonged energy without a crash. Two, to help nourish the body with key vitamins and minerals that for certain people they are not getting enough of by any means for healthy hormone function, and just for healthy function in general for all the different components of the system. And three, the other thing about this is there are a vast amount of different herbs that go in here that will actually, like a tonic, build up in the system to help heal the body and are meant to be taken literally every day. So, without further ado, I will explain the key ingredients to this drink and why it's, well, I don't even really have to say why. I'll just tell you what's in it. I mean, if you ever want to try it, just make it yourself. This is literally the coolest thing I've ever drank in my life. So, the first ingredient in here is pure, unprocessed, raw chocolate. Straight, I believe from Peru actually, which is very awesome. I'm going there this summer. And this is pure, unprocessed Peruvian chocolate, which in ancient language is the word cacao. Now, many of us, like, we know chocolate like the back of our hand. At least we think we do. We think of chocolate. We think of some of the big chocolate companies out there. Maybe some companies from Pennsylvania and now Mexico. And we're really used to a lot of the sweet attributes of this food. But we also hear a lot of bad stuff about it, and good things. It's an antioxidant. It's an aphrodisiac, but at the same time, it's addicting and like it's not good for you. It'll make you fat. All this different stuff. So the breakdown and the truth behind this is chocolate comes from the cocoa bean. The cocoa plant yields this bean. And when chocolate does not have sugar added to it, it is a literally just a bitter food. It's not sweet at all. There's no sweetness to chocolate whatsoever. You eat chocolate and we're used to it just being like this like sweet thing, but that's because like a lot of this chocolate that we're eating has like so much sugar added into it. But the truth is chocolate is extremely bitter, and when chocolate is raw and unprocessed, which means it has not been treated with heat whatsoever, chocolate is one of the most powerful energizers out there. Literally, the recommended serving size for this is almost 3 tablespoons from this bag for a drink. I've been doing 1 because I've taken 3 before. It's ridiculous. It is the most energizing thing. You'll be literally almost like in awe as to how much energy you have. So for some people, it can be overly stimulating. I found for myself, I definitely did not require that much energy. So I just used one tablespoon of this in the drink. The second ingredient that we have in here is Shilajit. This comes from Longevity Now. They're a company I love very much, endorsed by a spokesperson and herbal master that I love very much. And Shilajit comes from India. It's part of Ayurvedic medicine, which I've mentioned in some other videos. Now, Shilajit translates in English from this language it's named in to the destroyer of weakness. Now, if you're putting something in your body that's in ancient tongue called the destroyer of weakness, you're doing something right. I can tell you that much. You're doing a great thing right there. So Shilajit, what it really is dirt, to be honest with you. It's earth. It's mountain rock. It's a combination of these 3 components that have intermingled and fused together over time. Now, the way Shilajit was discovered was there were yogis that were by a mountain. This is the legend behind it. And they witnessed monkeys near the parts of the mountain that had a lot of shilajit and the rocks and the minerals, eating it. They would just eat it, and they'd be healthier and stronger than the other monkeys they would see at other parts of the mountain that weren't getting it. So one day they thought to themselves, maybe there's something to this, like to this earth they're eating. Thus, shilajit was born. Now, shilajit is rare. It's something that reputable companies do buy in abundance, and you can get. But if you're going to get something like this, make sure you're getting it from a reputable source. Longevity Now is a great one. There's other very good ones out there, Earthshift Productions. A lot of good companies do carry this, and it is the real deal. Now, shilajit's a deliverer of things called fulvic acids, which fulvic acid literally pulls out bad calcium from the body. And bad calcium is something that is responsible for literally almost every human health condition, from heart disease to tooth problems to calcification of certain organs. This helps to not only remove it, it also is definitely, and I can verify this, definitely reported for libido. So for men out there who are seeking to improve that particular drive of their life and in their lives, this can be a great addition to it. It helps with stamina, endurance. So naturally, comparing the chocolate and this in a drink is a wonderful combination. Now, third ingredient. This is also, just like the chocolate from South America, this is raw, organic, unprocessed maca powder. Now, maca is a root that comes from South America that in ancient times, I believe it was the Incans, they would actually consume massive amounts of maca root before they'd even go into battle. So they would eat this stuff in bulk because they knew it was giving them stamina, it was giving them endurance. And the cool thing about maca, just like shilajit, it also helps to improve libido. So again, that's another cool side effect. It's not the primary reason I take these things. I take them because they are some of the best things ever that a person can put in their body. But amazing side effects, so I know some people out there will probably be happy about that. And on top of being a rich deliverer of all the things that give one stamina and energy, maca also has a very impressive nutritional value to it because it's delivering trace minerals that we rarely see and we rarely get because of the way majority of the country eats. Now, we're also, through eating this, and just a teaspoon is that this is all you really need. There's like 91 servings per bag. So it's 91 days you get a maca root. Now, 15% of your daily value of copper, as well as 70% of your daily value of iodine. Now, I don't know about you, I have no idea what foods I'm eating that give me copper. No clue. Simple as that. This gives it to you. Iodine. Rarely are we eating sea vegetables. That's something not a lot of people are eating. Iodine is abundant in things like seaweed, in terms of things from the ocean, but from land, maca root. So right here, you're actually not only giving yourself energy combined with these two things, but you're also replenishing your body with certain minerals that it needs. It needs these things to be able to function correctly. Now, going on this list of great stuff, and remember, all you really need is like 3 of the things that I mentioned. I'm going to mention about 10, just giving you a heads up, but all you need is about 3 of them. So, the next ingredient we are going to be talking about is a sea vegetable, but not just any sea vegetable. It's an algae called spirulina, and this is a spirulina that's grown in Hawaii. Now, spirulina is powerful. It's not so much an energizer like the other two, but it's a great component in addition to this drink. And it's something that is definitely meant to be taken every day because with spirulina, people are getting things in their body they don't always get. It's sort of like a multivitamin from the sea. Now, spirulina has, and I quote, 50% of our vitamin K, K1 and K2. Now, this vitamin's important. If you eat meat and pork especially, you're getting enough of K1 and K2. Don't worry about that. If you're vegetarian or you're not eating meats with K1 and K2 in it, this is a great thing to add in your diet. Most definitely. Vitamin K is like a very powerful detoxifier, and that's one of the natural things the body uses to be able to rid itself of the toxins that don't belong. On top of this, almost 200 of your vitamin A daily value. And vitamin A, if it's coming from an animal source, it's not water soluble. So it will accumulate in your fat cells, and it can be very bad. Bad things happen when we get too much animal vitamin A. Plant vitamin A, water soluble. You can eat as much of this as you want. With slight exception, because you also get 30% of your daily value of iron from spirulina, as well as other trace minerals, manganese and magnesium, or minerals rather. And on top of this too, we also get chlorophyll, which is a natural substance that's produced by certain algae that is meant to detox the body. So this, combined with this, combined with this, and a little bit of this, all you need is about an eighth of a teaspoon, you are literally getting tremendous energy and tremendous nutrition. Now, you're probably wondering, these are some crazy things I've never put in my body. How is it going to taste? Nuts. It's going to taste crazy. It's going to taste like something you've never had before. You're going to be like, what is this? Like, this is so weird, because we're not really eating many herbs. We're not eating like many raw foods. So you're going to be eating something you've never had before. Some people might not enjoy the way it tastes at all. So we have a perfect solution to this issue. This drink tastes like chocolate, like the kind of chocolate you'd eat in a store. It's sweet and delicious. The secret to this: almond milk mixed with water and a teaspoon of organic maple syrup will give you that taste that you like, the sweet taste. So you make your own nutritional energy drinks that will literally taste good. Now, I do want to go a little bit further. There are other things we can add, and these are things that I'm taking because I love the effects of them. They're super inexpensive because they're bulk herbs, and they're very, very amazing, and they come from great places. So I'm going to elaborate on these herbs, but remember, to make a drink like this, you only need like 3 ingredients. You don't have to do everything that I'm mentioning in here by any means. They all can work together, and find one that works for you. Make your own blend. See what you really like. Now, what I've also been adding into this is a thing from YS Eco Bee Farms, a completely amazing company. They collect wild, raw, and processed honey, but something else they do is they collect royal jelly and bee pollen propolis. And 1, these are super energizing. 2, super full of minerals and vitamins we're not really getting throughout the day. And 3, this is an herbal blend too. So it has things in it that are not just bee products. There's things like Korean ginseng, and for those of you that are familiar with ginseng, you know how strong of an energizer this can be. So it has ginseng in it. It also has something called eleutheru root, which is also known as Siberian ginseng. It's less stimulating than the Asian varieties. Very, very good for stamina and endurance. This is actually promoted as either a meal replacement or an energy drink. So you can also bring this into your diet as well. And I mean, I'm only mentioning the 2 herbs that I like, am a really big fan of. There's also a lot of great other things in here. Some of these include ashwagandha, astragalus, gotu kola, foti, which is hoshu wu. Crazy. This is just nuts. Like, honestly, you could drink this on its own. Save yourself the rest. You could drink this on its own. But I would encourage you to experiment with the rest because there's so many great options out there. The last 2 things on this list are eleutheru root, which, as I was saying, is present in here. Eleutheru root, though, is Siberian ginseng. It's a powerful energizer. It's not as stimulating, but it is an energizer. It will give you endurance. It will give you stamina. If you're an athlete, Siberian ginseng, also known as eleutheru, can be great for you to add into your life, especially for performance. Now, the last thing that I will mention in this video about these herbs is the herb rhodiola. another Ayurvedic herb, one of the top ones in Ayurvedic medicine. Rhodiola is used not only for mental clarity and mental calmness, but it is a powerful, powerful adaptogen. Different than ashwagandha and holy basil in the sense that it's not relaxing or de-stressing, but that it gives you tremendous energy. It's kind of like an invincibility shield. You know, if you ever played Mario Kart, you know how you can get that star and like run through everything, nothing's really touching you, it just keeps bouncing off, bouncing off, bouncing off. That's kind of what rhodiola is. It's like a stress adapter, but like in a energizing and rich, fulfilling way. So these are just some of the things you can add in. I just wanted to give you some ideas out there. By no means, you don't have to do all of this. If you do, it's not as expensive as it looks. You can buy these things in bulk, and you can probably get at least a month's supply of like a quarter of it, and then for the rest, much longer for about like $50. And that, like I said, will last you over a month. Like you could probably, out of all these things I have, I could probably get about like, I would say 2 to 3 months worth out of most of it. Now, coffee is something people are dependent on. Coffee is something people are addicted to. Coffee is something that literally drives water out of your system and dehydrates you, which can cause a variety of health problems. Coffee also has a negative crash that people don't like, and many people can't start their day without coffee. I drink this every day and I still wake up with crazy energy. I drink this because it helps to keep me sustained throughout the whole day. And like I said, these things are tonics. So the more you eat them, the longer they're going to last in your system and build up. And it will get you to a point where your body will be so naturally energized on its own because you've been feeding it all of the proper things. Coffee will damage your adrenal glands. Maca root will heal and restore the function and the hormones produced by the adrenal glands. So, for those of you that are wishing to get off of coffee, and caffeine for that matter, maca root will be your ally. I haven't had coffee in a long time. I can't even count it. It's been a while. If I have had a coffee, it was probably like 1 or 2 coffees, like very well spaced out. I'm not a coffee drinker anymore. I used to be, and it was miserable. I mean, I was also a stressed out student at that period of time, which I'm not anymore. So coffee was also the least of my worries. But this is an alternative to coffee that will help you heal your body and get better and better and better and better every single moment of every single day. So without further ado, I will let you get back to enjoying this excellent Good Friday that we have. Go out and do zealous, amazing things for humanity and for yourself. And who knows, maybe you'll treat yourself to some of this good stuff. So, peace be with all of you. I'm Tyler Ellison, and enjoy this amazing day.